remember interviewing Tiernan on the running track at the pitch at the side of having come through that tie and thinking, I have no idea what they ask because first and foremost you're a fan and you think there's all sorts of things going through my head here, but you try to compose yourself to get some words out. But again, it's a privilege to be able to be in that position. I grew up literally a couple of hundred yards up the road from Inver Park, so when you're 5-6 years old, Inver Park seems like the biggest stadium in the world, and you badger your parents to be taken there every other Saturday, and I suppose a bit of a love affair begins then. So I'd be on the board, communications director. I suppose back when we were a First Division or Championship club, that wouldn't have been an overly busy role because there might not have been that many members of the press or media coming. But obviously, what's happened over the last sort of 2-3 years, especially, and a little bit further back, there is so much interest in the club, not only from within the town but from outside as well. That first year we won the league. I think I joked that I'd fielded more phone calls from the BBC than 10 Downing Street because 5 Live wanted to cover the story, the local news wanted to cover the story, obviously the local sport wanted to as well. But I suppose for somebody who's been as interested in the club as I have for a long time, it's amazing to see that interest starting to spread, and Larne kind of literally being put on the map, both within the UK and even further field now with all that's happened in Europe as well. So it's been a labour of love, I suppose, over these last couple of years, kind of with the busyness that comes with it. So as time goes on, you start to maybe kind of develop what you think you might want to do in life, and journalism is always a big thing for me. Kind of halfway through and towards the end of secondary school, and the opportunity, I suppose, was there to kind of marry the two things up with sort of match reports and local paper and website and getting involved in programme and that sort of thing. So I suppose the two went hand in hand, and it gave me a really good start in those things and a great outlet for being able to do that, and I suppose write about something that you're passionate about and you've enjoyed for quite a long time. Sort of the mid-90s onwards, there was that real lean period of kind of winning anything. We went close a couple of times, I suppose, when we got back to the Premiership with Irish Cup final and League Cup final, a couple of other Irish Cup semi-finals, even the other side of that, Steel and Sons Cup finals and things like that. And I suppose you start to think, will I ever see that tangible success at Larne? I've been watching this club for a long time. You watch others kind of go through successful periods, and you wondered if that would ever come for Larne. So I suppose when we started to talk to Kenny Bruce and have those conversations, the first thing you thought was, what would it be like to see Larne have that real golden success that, as I say, I suppose I came off the back of, as a child and a young person. You heard other people talking about the Paul Carlins and the Eddie Spears and all these people, and you thought, could we do something like this again? Could we leave a legacy for the next generation to come? And I think that's really what's happening here, the generation now, but the generation to come as well, which is such a big thing. I suppose one word is community, not only for the town, I think for a group of people, a number of people who were born and raised in Larne, and Larne holds a very special part in their heart, and maybe they live elsewhere, but this is where they come back to every other Saturday. And I think when you share community, you share the highs and the lows, you share the good times and the bad times, and I think it's something that that grows within people. And one of the best things that has happened recently, I think, is the number of children and families who come along. And I suppose I said, as somebody about to turn 40, and you think, I really hope that the me of tomorrow or next week is sitting in the church end, is catching that bug, and is growing a real love for the club, and maybe they'll find their own way to kind of get involved and to be able to help out, and as I say, gladly pass on the baton to those people who are growing that love for the club right now.